Welcome to another session on pricing of materials issue, materials chapter, cost accounting. In this session, we are going to discuss one illustration covering first in first out method and last in first out method. Let us go through the information given. Following is the record of receipts and issue of certain materials in the factory during a week. So for a particular week, information is given. So for the month of April, from first date to 7th date, details of the issue of materials are given. So very first one is opening balance 50 tons at the rate of 10 rupees per ton. On the same date, some material issued 30 tons. Similarly, on 2nd April, materials received 60 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa. 3rd of this month, issued 25 tons. Within brackets something is mentioned. Stock verification reveals loss of 1 ton. Means there are two happenings. One is issue of material 25 tons. At the same time, immediately physical verification of the stock happened, where we found that 1 ton of loss is there. 4th, received back from orders. Means this is the material received back from the production place to the stores. 10 tons, which was issued earlier at the rate of 9 rupee 50 paisa. Issued 40 tons, received 22 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa, and last one is issued 38 tons. Now what he is asking, at what price will you issue the material? How? Two most important methods for this purpose, and show the comparative results. Means he is not giving directly method to use, but he is mentioning important methods you follow and show the results. So solution how to do: whenever important methods come for discussion in the materials issue, we discuss about two: FIFO and LIFO. First in first out, last in first out. First in first out, last in first out. Oh, dear students, this is the illustration that you have. For this, let us show both LIFO method and FIFO method of stores ledger account. Just note down the problem. Then we will discuss the preparation of FIFO method stores ledger, at the same time LIFO method of stores ledger, in the process of finding out the final balancing material, at the same time amount of the material. So the end result of preparation of FIFO method and LIFO method is to find out the closing balance of material in the stock. And while preparing the stores ledger, we will be able to find out even the amount. In the case of bin card, we can find out only material in units, but in the case of stores ledger, material in units you can find out, and at the same time you can find out the amount also. And stores ledger is maintained by cost accounting department. In the case of stores ledger, it is maintained by purchase department by a storekeeper. So we prepare as a student of cost accounting, we learn about preparation of stores ledger by following different methods. Here we are following FIFO method and LIFO method. Now let us start solving the illustration first with the help of FIFO method, first in first out method. This is the format for the stores ledger: date, receipts, issue of material and balance of material. In all these three categories we have three columns: tons, quantity, rate, that is price rupees, amount rupees. Similarly, same three columns are there in the issue and balance: quantity, tons, rate rupees, amount rupees. Here also quantity, tons, rate rupees and amount rupees. These are the columns or the pro forma for the stores ledger, either in the FIFO method or LIFO method, or even in the case of simple average and weighted average method also. Now let us start with the first transaction, which is a opening balance on April 1st. So whenever balance is there, we are not going to write anything in the receipts and issue. Straight away come to the balance column, where balance is given 50 tons at what rate? 10 rupees. So what is the amount? 10 rupees into 50, 500 rupees. So even you take paisa column, because somewhere here and there if you get paisa again, need not worry, straight away you can write the in this form. On the same day, that is on April 1st, so no receipts, but there is a issue. How many tons issued? 30 tons. Issued 30 tons. We are following which method? First in, first out. So whatever the stock comes into the godown or to the stores first, that is to be issued first. So far we have only 50 tons at the rate of 10 rupees. So that only we have to take while issuing the material. So 30 tons issued at the rate of 10, so is equal to how much? 300 rupees. Out of 50, 30 issued, so leftover balance of material is 20 at the rate of 10, so is equal to 200 rupees. Okay, so this is the method of recording issue of material. Now let us go to April 2. On April 2, material received 60 tons. Now write down in the, let me show the solved problem, which is ready made available now. Because of the loss of the video, I could not able to show row wise while recording. Now let us see. On first day of April, so we have a balance of 50 tons at the rate of 10 rupees. Now amount is 50 tons into 10 rupees is equal to 500 rupees. On the same day, that is on April 1st, we have another transaction, 30 tons issue of material. This material is issued from the balance of 50 tons. So 30 tons, whatever the rate available for the balance figure, we have to take while issuing the material, that is 10 rupees here. So 30 into 10 is equal to 300 rupees material issued. Out of 50, how much stock issued? 30. So leftover stock is 20 tons at same rate, 10 rupees. So amount is 200 rupees. Now go to April 2nd. On April 2nd, 60 tons received, that is purchased. At what rate it is received? 10 rupee 20 paisa per ton. So 60 tons into 10 rupee 20 paisa is equal to 612 rupees. Now on this day there is no issue, but you have to show the balance. Earlier balance was 20 tons at the rate of 10 rupees. Now the same balance you have to take here. Now additionally we have purchased 60 tons on this day, just now mentioned in the receipt column, at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa. Now 612 rupees, multiplying 60 tons into 10 rupee 20 paisa. Go to the next day transaction. Third day we have issued some material to the production department. So in the receipts dash, but issue of how many units? 25 units. At 25 units, now you observe in the balance, 20 units first came in the form of balance available, and 60 units later we have received available in the form of 60 units at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa. Out of 25, 20 take from the first in. This is first in out of these two. So 20 you take. So still we require 5 more tons, which we have to take from the 60 units. So 20 from the first received material, 5 units material received second stage. That is what first in first out. This is first in. Now we are issuing first out, and out of 60 again 5 more tons are issued at the rate which is in the balance. So 20 into 10 rupees 200 rupees, 5 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa equal to 51 rupees. Now out of 60, 5 units are issued, 5 tons are issued. So leftover tons are 55 at the same rate 10 rupee 20 paisa. 55 into 10 rupee 20 paisa is equal to 561. This is what the balance at the end of April 3rd. Now on April 3rd, in the transaction, in the illustration given, something is mentioned in the bracket, like stock verification reveals loss of 1 ton. Whenever there is a loss, you record it as a transaction. On the same day, 3rd, in receipts dash, but in issue, 1 unit of loss. Okay. At what rate? Out of 55 units, now we are incurring a loss of 1 unit. That 1 unit you have to write here. At what rate? 10 rupee 20 paisa. 1 rupee at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa. So amount is 10 rupee 20 paisa only. Out of 55 units of stock, 1 quantity is loss. So how much left now? The quantity is 54 units or tons at 10 rupee 20 paisa, whose value is 550 rupees 80 paisa. Now go to the next one. On April 4th, received back from orders 10 tons within brackets previously issued at the rate of 9 rupee 50 paisa per ton. On this day, neither purchase nor issue is there, but there is a return of stock from the production department. How much quantity returned from the production department? 10 tons. So this 10 tons is not purchased from external supplier, but received from our own production department. Now at what rate we have to take this? When we receive back, the earlier, when at the time of issue we have taken the price something called 9 rupee 15 paisa, the same rate we have to take here. So 10 tons received back at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa, amounting to 91 rupee 50 paisa. Now issue dash. Now leftover stock is 54 units earlier. Now addition of 10 units now. 54 at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa is equal to 550 80 paisa. 10 tons at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa, total is 91 rupee 50 paisa. Now this is the balancing amount, and these are the balancing quantity, that is tons. Now on go to fifth one. On fifth one, there is a issue of material. Issue of material means receipts dash issue of 40 tons. Straight away, first in first method, we have to take from the first stock. 54 units already available, on which 40 units are issued at the same rate, 10 rupee 20 paisa. 40 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, 408 rupees. After issue of these 40 units, 54 minus 40, you have how much left? 14 tons. 14 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, amounting to 142 rupees 80 paisa. Now 10 tons as it is, 10 tons at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa, 91 rupee 50 paisa. Now these two are the leftover amounts of 14 tons and 10 tons. Next one, on 6th, again received 22 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa, amounting to 226 rupees 60 paisa. So in issue column dash, because on this day of April 6th 2018, we have only receipts. Now after recording the receipts 22 tons, now you have to go to balance column. In the balance, already you have how much? 14 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, 10 tons at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa. Now this day you have purchased 22 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa. Now the values are 142 rupees 80 paisa of 14 units, 91.50, 91 rupee 50 paisa is the amount of this 10 tons, and 226.60 paisa is the amount of 22 tons. Now if you observe here, 10, 20, 40, 40, 46 tons stock is there with the different rates, and amount is also mentioned in the amount column. Now finally, on the last day of the week, on April 7th 2018, there is issue. So receipt is dash issue. How many tons issued? It is mentioned as 38 tons. So 38 tons you have to take on the basis of first in first out. First in is this, next first in is this. If still required, you have to take from this. So out, and still if any required, you have to send out the stock from this 22 units of 38 tons. Now regarding 38, first would you take 14 at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa. Still required 10 as it is, you take 10 tons at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa. Now out of 38, 14 plus 10, 24, means still you require 14 more units. So if you add these 14 plus 10, now 14 is added, now it is 38. So total number of units are 38 tons issued with the three different rates. First one is at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, which is the first stock. Second one is 10 tons at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa, it is a second stock. Still you require 14 more units, as total stock issued is 38 tons. These 14 tons take from the 22 quantity, 22 tons available in the balance at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa. Now when you take 10 rupee 30 paisa here of 14 tons, amounts are 142 80 paisa, 91.50 paisa. Now this is 114 rupees 20 paisa. After this, out of 22, these two are already issued, 14 issued, 10 issued, and leftover is 22. 22 tons also not there now. Out of 22, 14 tons are already issued. So 22 minus 14 is equal to leftover is 8 tons only. 8 tons at what rate? 10 rupee 30 paisa. Now 8 tons into 10 rupee 30 paisa is equal to 82 rupees 40 paisa. This is what the balancing figure on the basis of first in first out method of stores ledger. So this is what he is asking. What is the leftover balance by following the method? So here the method followed is first in first out. Balancing quantity is 8 tons. at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa per ton. Now total is 82 rupees 40 paisa. So this way you have to present the stores ledger when you follow the FIFO method, first in first out method. But in the problem he is asking two methods, FIFO method and LIFO method. Though it is not mentioned, he is asking at what price you will be issuing materials, he is asking, and he is also asking follow the important methods. So important methods we follow FIFO and LIFO method. As FIFO method is completed, now let us see how to solve the same illustration by following the second method called LIFO, last in first out method. Let us now discuss the second method, LIFO method. LIFO method, last in first out method. Stores ledger is maintained in the same format, date column. In this illustration 2018 April is taken as per the illustration data. Receipts, issues and balance. In receipts, quantity tons, rate rupees, amount rupees. This is per unit. Similarly, quantity tons, price or rate per unit, and rupees, amount rupees. Similarly, similar columns in the balancing quantity also. Now on April 1st, so no receipts and no issues, only some balance is available, 50 tons at the rate of 10 rupees, so equal to 500 rupees. On the same day on first itself, some issue is there, materials issue. Out of 50 units we are issuing 30 at the rate of 10, 300. So out of 50, 30 is issued, means 20 left. So 20 at the rate of 10 equal to 200 rupees. I think it is not visible here. Yeah, 200 rupees. Now come to the 2nd April. 60 received at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, which is 612 rupees. So now the balance is 20 as it is at the rate of 10 rupees. Now addition of 60 units at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, which is equal to 612 rupees. Okay. Now on day 3, April 3, there are two transactions on April 3. One is issue of material. Second one is on physical verification, 1 ton loss is recorded. So first take the issue, 25 units. As we are following last in first out method, out of 60 only we have to take. This is the last in. These 60 tons received recently. So this last in is taken while issuing the material to the production department. So 25 taken at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, which is 255 rupees. Now 20 as it is at the rate of 10 rupees, 200 rupees. Out of 60, 25 issued, how much left? 35. 35 units left at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, 357 rupees. Now one ton is lost on physical verification. Now at what rate we have to take? Out of this 35 at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, from this only we have to take. So 1 into 10 rupee 20 paisa, so equal to 10 rupee 20 paisa only. Now show the leftover stock, 20 as it is at the rate of 10 rupees. Out of 35, 1 is lost, so remaining is 34 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa. Now amounts are 200 and 346 rupees 80 paisa. So whenever there is a loss On physical verification, you have to show that loss in the form of issue. If you are following FIFO method, you take the first quantity which is in at that rate. If it is LIFO, like similar to this method we are following LIFO, so you have to take from the last in. So out of 35 only we have taken 1, so leftover stock is 34. So like this you have to show whenever there is a loss. On April 4th, some returns are there. It is not a purchase, it is not a receipt, it is a return from the production department. Earlier we have issued to one of the production departments, because of not required, because of some other reason they returned it, so we have to record in the receipts only. Now question is, at what rate we have to record? Record date must be record price must be that price which is recorded at the time of issue. So in the brackets it is given, earlier it was issued at 9 rupee 15 paisa, so 10 units received back at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa equal to 91 rupee 50 paisa. Now on the same day no issues, but show the balance, 20 as it is, 34 units also as it is, and addition of 10 units which is received from the production department at different prices, 10 rupee 20 paisa. Now this is 9 rupee 15 paisa, amounting to 200 rupees 346.80 paisa and 91 rupees 50 paisa. Now on the day of April 5th, no receipts, but there is a issue of 40 units. Now you have to focus. Now 40 units not available in the form of last in stock, this stock. So 10 tons you take from the last in. Out of 40, 10 taken means 30 required. 30 you have to take from the this 34 which is last in compared to these two. So 10 tons at the rate of 9 rupee 15 paisa, 30 tons from this 34 at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, which is 91 rupee 15 paisa, 91 rupee 50 paisa, 91 rupee 50 paisa. This is multiplied with 10 units, and 10 rupee 20 paisa multiplied with 30, 306 rupees. Now leftover stock is, out of 10 already issued 10, out of 34 30 issued, so how much left? 4, and 20 so far not issued, so 20 as it is. 20 at the rate of 10 rupees 200, 4 tons at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, 40 rupees 80 paisa. So this is what leftover stock after day 5 in the month of April 2018. Go to 6th 22 units received, 10 rupee 30 paisa equal to 226 rupees 60 paisa. Now you show the stock, 20 as it is, 4 as it is. Now addition of 22 tons at the rate of 10 rupees here, 10 rupee 20 paisa here, and 22 units at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa, amounting to 226 rupees 60 paisa. Now these are the values of the leftover stock that is in the balance today, 240 rupees 80 paisa and 226 rupees 60 paisa. On final day, that is on 7th April, no receipts, but there is a issue of material. How many tons issued? 38 tons. These 38 tons you have to take from the last to slowly moving to the upward. So out of 38, 22 taken as it is at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa, 22 tons with this rate. Still we require more. Out of 38 only 22 are issued, so you take 4 from this balancing material. 4 as it is taken at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, 22 plus 4 26. Out of 38 only 26 are covered. Now still you require 12 more. 12 you have to take from the last column or last balance, that is 20. Out of 20 you are taking 12. So 22 units at the rate of 10 rupee 30 paisa, 4 units at the rate of 10 rupee 20 paisa, 12 units from the 20 units taken at the rate of 10 rupees, which is equal to 120.00 paisa. So values are, amounts are 226.60 paisa for 22 units, 40 rupees 80 paisa for 4 units, 120 rupees for the 12 units. This is what the different stocks issued, which is amounting to 38 tons with this value. Now this is 22 units already issued, 4 units already issued. Out of 20, how many issued? Only 12 issued. So out of 20, 12 issued means 8 is the balance. This 8 you have to write in the balancing quantity. At what rate? 10 rupees. So 8 into 10 is equal to 80. So this is what the balance figure of LIFO method. So there is a difference between the balancing figures in two methods because of the change in the issue style. So you have 8 quantity balance, 8 quantity of tons at the rate of 10 rupees, which is equal to 80 rupees. This is what the balance left in the LIFO method. So you can observe very keenly, when you follow LIFO and FIFO method, the balancing quantity and the amount is not same because there is a change in the issue style.